There is a land hidden between Rome and Tuscany where everything is very reasonably priced, but history, tradition, people, really people, are fantastic.
Via, pronti? E questo è un inno al vino.
You can easily buy for what you can get, maybe a garage in Chicago, New York, or Los Angeles, a little piece of paradise with fireplace and with a garden. A lovely place where you grow older or you send your friends and family. Please check us out. We are back after a season of disappearing. I am happy to have with me my friend, Roy. Hey, Roy, how are you?
I'm great. Nice to be back. We took the summer off. What happened?
Yeah, I'm becoming lazy. I'm sorry, my friend. I apologize.
That's all right.
We are back and we want to keep talking about Tuscia and the real estate opportunity because, as I said in my theme song at the beginning, really we have a perfect combination, a perfect storm. For a few tens of thousands of euro, you can literally buy a piece of paradise. So thank you again for being such a good friend. And today we're going to be talking about Vetralla. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready. I've been to Vetralla many times.
Very good. So we have a special guest tonight. We have a person from Vetralla. She's an English teacher. She's a lovely woman. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you Simona. Simona, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. I'm very happy to be here with you. It's a great pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so very much. It's very kind of you. Okay, so we want to convince a bunch of people that will be watching this from who knows where, Australia, America, England, whatever, that Vetralla is a fantastic opportunity. But before talking about prices and location, why don't you tell us something about Vetralla? You are from Vetralla, so tell us more.
Okay, yes. I have been living in Vetralla since I was born, so I am a Vetrallese doc. I've been living here all my life, and I can say that I adore this place, especially because I travel a lot in my life, and I lived in Scotland, in Glasgow, for 1 year. And when you travel a lot and you visit many places, you can perceive that the place where you were born is a very special one. So why is Vetralla such a special place? First of all, for its position. You can find probably any other place where you can find whatever you're looking for. For example, if you want to relax and have a nice day on the beach, it's just half an hour far from the beach. But if you want to have something even closer, there's a wonderful lake that is Vico Lake. It's a volcanic lake. It is a very special one because it's totally natural. So there isn't any buildings or anything that is artificial, because you can really enjoy the nature, the surrounding that is totally natural. There are many spots that are ready to be where you can do bird watching, for example, and so it's a place where you can enjoy nature totally. But
Mona,
not only,
they just opened a hot spring, Terme, very close by, right?
well, yes, I have to be sincere. I found out this place just a few months ago. So it's very strange because I adore hot water, but in the past I didn't go there because I used to go to the seaside. But this year I have been there so many times, and I can say that it's my second home now, because there are 5 pools. People from Rome, from the north of Lazio region, come to this wonderful place, and it's a very special one because it's natural. So there are 5 pools with different waters, different temperatures of water. Of course, I haven't been to the cold one, but I know the other ones very well. And paying only 14 euros during the week, you can stay all day long, and having everything that you need. There's a bar, there's a special restaurant, a kind of restaurant. So
but
it's
Simona, also Vetralla is very unique for many more reasons, right?
yeah. Well, I think that probably the most special one is the human relationships that you can live among people, because especially in Vetralla, where there are people living that have been living there for all their life, it's quite easy to know each one. If you need help, you can find people who can help you. For example, when my children were little kids, I used to go to the park. There's a very beautiful park with extremely ancient trees, and I could stay safe because my children were watched out by all the people around the park, and I used to
village. It takes a village.
yeah. It takes a village to grow up a child. Yeah, and you have this perception. So if there was something wrong, people came to me and told me everything. So it was not good for the children, because I could know everything about what was happening, and so they had no secrets with me. But anyway, it's there is a nice atmosphere where you feel a part of the community, and this
So
community.
Simona, in the historical center, I know that there are a bunch of people from all over the world, right?
Oh yes, there are people that bought very nice houses in the center, because they are unique with ceilings, wood ceilings, and the stones. So it's like living in the past, but with all the shops and what you need in the historical center. So there are some people from Holland, from the Netherlands, from England, from Germany. For example, there is a special friend of mine who came here 10 years ago, and so he enjoys so much staying here that he has never come back home. So because here he feels at home, even if he's British. He's a British man, and so it's
Is that Peter? Is that Peter?
yes, it's
I know
Peter.
him very well. So Simona, also Vetralla is unique because it's one of the rare cities that has a birthday, right? You guys actually celebrate the birthday of Vetralla.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, I must say that every kind of event is a special one to celebrate and to stay together. Of course, we have so many typical foods that and locally produced, like for example olive oil. So every time that there's the occasion, you can find people eating. You can find special things to taste, music, and for example, also at Carnival, it's very common to stay to have a carnival parade with the stalls, with you can taste some typical meat, like for example a wonderful ham with typical dishes that we have there. But olive oil is what makes us popular all around. Yeah, the taste is very particular, is strong. The color is green, so it's thick. It's
Oh, a little moment.
all around come here to buy, and we.
Okay, Simona, just 1 second. Roy, do you agree with the characterization of the olive oil?
Well, the olive oil from my village, of course, is the best. So, Tuscia. But everyone
but
says their oil is the best. The fact of the matter is, the trees are pretty much all the same, and the oil in our entire area is just fantastic. It's just and
But
we're
Roy,
getting
do
ready
you
a couple of weeks for the harvest, and if you sent me the 65 euros to ship it to you, I'd send you 5 liters. You'd blow your socks off.
Roy, do you have any question for Simona?
Well, I only know Vetralla, and again, I've been there hundreds of times. I live in Villa San Giovanni in Tuscia. So this week, for instance, I was there because my dental clinic is in Vetralla, and I shop. Vetralla has in my village. We have one little tiny grocery store, but it's not really a big store. So in Vetralla, we have 4 large, wonderful shops, and on Tuesday the outdoor market, there's like 80 vendors selling everything you ever want to buy. So I know Vetralla primarily that way as a wonderful place to go and shop. My barber is in Vetralla in Cura, but which is part of Vetralla. So I've been there hundreds of times, and I just recently read the history about it. I didn't really know that much history about it. It kind of take for granted, like the big tower. You take this stuff for granted, but so Vetralla is very important to us for sure.
So,
yeah.
Do you have any question for Simona?
Yeah. He talked about the shops that we have, and it's Vetralla is famous. Yeah, we have big supermarkets, but also small groceries where you can find unique products, and you can find something that it's very difficult to buy in big cities, because there are local products, like, for example, vegetables in jars with olive oil, and it's very common to buy these things in very little shops. For example, one of them is close to my house, and I always go there because the quality is so good. And for example, we are famous also for a bread cooked in a wood oven. That is
actually, Simona, if you don't mind, every time in my mind they enter the word Vetralla, a smell of freshly baked bread comes, because if you go through the center, I guess there is a forno. Is that the word you use, Roy? Forno? Is that the same word? A place where they cook the bread.
Yeah, forno.
Forno, right? So there is a forno that must be on the street. Every time I pass by, I smell this freshly baked bread, and I'm hungry. I want to eat. And that's what I think of Vetralla all the time.
In that bakery, you have to taste the special croissants too, because croissants in the bakery are extremely good. But we have also very good bars, and not only shops based on food, but also, for example, there is a famous shops of clothes that sell their stuff all around the world. There are some shops that sell high quality clothes. One of them produces their clothes, and they are handmade clothes, and they sell them all over the world. So even if the town is not so big, because now maybe the citizens are between 12 and 16,000 probably. But anyway, there are so many things. And we are at the moment, a few years ago, we became popular all over Italy for something special, that is the Santa Claus Kingdom, or Regno di Babbo Natale. because you can't imagine that there are people who I know that live in, for example, in the south of Italy, that they are coming to this place with organized trips because it's something unique. And it has been created a few years ago. I don't remember when, but it opens in September. And maybe you will think, oh, who goes to see the Santa Claus Kingdom in September? It's already full of people. And this kingdom, Santa Claus Kingdom, has changed the economy of the town. Because, from September to January, so many people, thousands and thousands of people come to see this place. And so restaurants, bed and breakfast, for example, many people opened bed and breakfast because Vetralla has become a touristic place.
Destination.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they were very clever, in my opinion, to make the entrance totally free. So you come to this place, you don't pay the ticket. Then over there you can buy Christmas stuff. You can bring your kids to the ice skating rink. You can buy food. So you can buy decorations, of course, but the entrance is free. So if you want to have just a look, you come, you go, you have a look, and then you have lunch in a restaurant over there because it's full of restaurants, and you spend a different day. So it's a nice way.
Simona, I don't want to take too much of your time, but so do you suggest for people all over the world to come and buy a little piece of real estate in Vetralla?
I wouldn't live in another place in the world because it's so close to everything. And you think that it's just 1 hour far from Rome, 1 hour far from Tuscany, 1 hour far from the center of Italy, the mountains, Apennine Mountains, the sea, the lakes. Viterbo is the city with the biggest and oldest medieval square. So, I have traveled a lot in my life, but every time that I go away, I am happy to come back home because this place is special.
Very good. Simona, thank you so very much for your testimonial. That has been very appreciated and very lively. Thank you. Congratulations. Your English is fantastic. Right, Roy?
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye, Simona. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a nice night.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
Bye.
Roy. Oh,
Yeah.
Are you there? Sorry.
I'm here.
Wow, this is really fantastic. Did you feel the energy that Simona had? She was like super excited about her city. That's actually not that common, right?
She's a true, I don't know what you call them, Vetrallians. That's the way people are about the villages around here. People are completely into, if you've talked to people in my village, they would feel as strongly. And so that's one, it's different than the States. The people in the States, 20% of the people in the States move every year. They move from Illinois to Florida or California, so they don't have that feeling for their local home.
Would you say attachment? Would you say attachment or what?
I don't know. It's a different cultural thing. To me, it's more like a magnetism. There's their upbringing and their the social mores, and it holds on to them, and they really believe in it, and they would never want to leave their local home. They wouldn't know why. Why would I want to do that? So it's, and there's the concept of being homesick. I never had that homesickness because I lived in so many places when I was growing up. So I don't have a homesick thing. But I hear people they really feel homesick when they're not home. And
so Roy, another thing, I don't think an American would describe the place where he or she lives through shops or little shops or sotto olio, sottaceto, those things that Simona was mentioning, no? I think the food, the intake is really part not only of the culture, but really of the quality of life.
Well, the quality of life here is fantastic. When I moved here 16 years ago, I weighed 202 pounds. I now weigh 175 pounds. I'm 80 years old, and I'm in great shape. If I didn't live here, I don't think I'd be alive. If I stayed in New York or Chicago, I don't think I'd be alive because of the lifestyle that I have. Here, I have a very healthy lifestyle. The food here is great, and switching to olive oil, it's much healthier here.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about money because it's always important. I did a little research, and I understand that for a 1,000 square feet place in Vetralla, you can easily find an offer for anywhere between 50,000 to 100,000 euro, and a place with all the comfort, nice, and with old ceiling and hardwood floor and stuff. I think it's very, very competitive, and it is close to Rome, close to the airport, close to the hospital, close to everything.
Well, I looked up real estate in Vetralla today, and then, I saw something actually with 15,000. I don't know if you want to buy it. Probably needs a lot of work. Up to close to €500,000 euros. But for €500,000 here, you get
a castle.
You get a $2 million house. So it's a lot of variety, and you can live in the old center. You can live on the outskirts. You can live in the countryside. There are, apartment complexes. There's a tremendous amount of different types of real estate here. It's really, I was surprised. It was quite a bit for, on the market, hundreds of places, but none of them, when I saw, say, I don't know if I saw $500,000, but say 400,000. Well, it was like phenomenal. It was like, holy shit. I'm sorry. You can get that, but you can get a very nice place. You get a very nice place for 100,000 euros. I mean, and again, I've talked about it before. So when you buy a place here, there's no real estate tax. And, in America, real estate tax is a big deal. If you buy a $400,000 condo in New York, which would be like a studio, you're paying $2,000 a month in maintenance fees and taxes. So here, my wife has our little house. We don't pay any real estate taxes. The real estate taxes are not used to fund the local government. So that makes a big difference. So, and I think one of the reasons the prices here are so low is because the majority of Italians own their homes. They don't have mortgages. So, mortgages in the States really increase the price of real estate.
Of course. So, Roy, last question, then we go. So I think overall, not only it's a higher quality, but the life in Italy is relatively inexpensive.
Well, it is. It's much less expensive. Food here, which is, again, fresh. When I buy produce, I walk down the street 300 meters to my friend Mario, and I buy 20 euros of fresh vegetables, meaning fresh. We go out in the field and cut it. And, be $50, $60 in the States. So the food here is great. The meat here is completely different. Everything here is much more healthy. There's no gigantic farms, for cattle and produce. It's quite different. So.
Okay, so I see that Simona is still there. I'm gonna try to get her back. Simona, are you still with us?
Yes,
okay,
I'm here.
So I want, if that's okay with you, I want you to do a last speech why people should come to Vetralla and buy a place, and also you say goodbye to everybody tonight. So your word will be the last word. Okay, go for it.
Okay, well, I suggest you to buy a house here because there is a special atmosphere of you feel the sense of community. The air is totally clean. You are surrounded by the nature. So, for example, you can do as I do. You can go walking on the mountain, Monte Fogliano mountain, and you can eat special food. You can reach everything like Rome mountains, the sea, the lakes. You know, there are also some sites, historical sites that are Etruscan, where you can find tombs if you are fond of archaeological sites. And there is also the very close to Vetralla, not really in Vetralla, but close to that, there is the Via Francigena. I was forgetting that is very important. That is an ancient route where pilgrims used to walk, but they still walk. So if you want, you can leave from Vetralla and reach Rome, and it's a very walking, and it's a very special walk. And this road in Vetralla is famous now, also now because we organized, for example, with my school, an Erasmus based on Via Francigena, the part of Vetralla. So in Portugal and Greece, they know that part of Via Francigena thanks to our school. So you have everything that you need. You won't miss your town because here the quality of life is very high.
Fantastic. Thank you, Simona. Thank you, Roy. Good night, guys.
All right. Bye. Bye.
Regista, com'è andata oggi?
Bene, benissimo, come sempre. Ci vediamo alla prossima, Giulio.